My name is Nancy, and this is my medical assistant dog, Champ. I rescued him in Arizona. He needed a surgery that the owner couldn't afford, and she had more than one dog. She had four more Chihuahuas and a German Shepherd guard dog, and she couldn't afford the surgery, and the German Shepherd and him didn't get along because he had a mate and a puppy, and it was too much for her. So she allowed me to have Champ. I told her I could afford the surgery. He had a cherry eye, and I took out a high interest loan. I have a condition, a few conditions that makes it so that I need a wheelchair. Bilateral avascular necrosis, and got a hip replacement on this left hip, and I'm waiting to get one on this hip. And I have a fracture in my spine. I need the wheelchair. I have a seizure disorder. Champ, can recognize and alert me when I forget to take my medicine or I need some insulin. He can tell if my blood sugar is high or too low. After this surgery, I had no idea that behind my leg I had an infection, and Champ kept digging under my leg until I actually put my hand behind there and found out I had an infection. His smell is just, his sense of smell is just very, very it's profound. I didn't realize the street that I lived on was so badly damaged that I got stuck, and it was hot, and I hadn't acclimated to the heat yet, and I was walking Champ, and I got stuck in a pothole, and I had Champ, and I panicked. I didn't know what to do, and Champ was trying to pull me out, and I was trying to tell him no and everything, and I was starting to pass out almost. So I released the brakes on the wheelchair. I named him Champ because he pulled me out of that pothole. This little thing right here had enough muscle to pull me out of that pothole. And he's very smart. He loves rhythm and blues music and tries to sing along with it. So I actually started giving him lessons to help him with pitch and things like that. He doesn't verbalize, but he sings. And so Champ, he does high five. There are a lot alike in that Champ came up hard, and the people that I got him from weren't very kind to him. It took a long time for Champ to eat. He would keep looking back, and I realized I needed to step away because he was lured with food to be beaten. Champ was rescued from a very abusive situation. Champ is on medication for post-traumatic, with that situation, my nephew being shot and them being very close. And every time he hears firecrackers, that's what he reverts back to. So Champ used to have a muzzle. He was completely agitated and dangerous. He's been on medication. I've worked with him a lot, and now I can take him out. If he's in the wheelchair, he can't be approached. But when he's on the ground, he goes into this post-traumatic stress thing where, he can't be reached. He's panting, and he's shaking. Open the bathroom and turn the lights out and put his courier in there, and he'll stay there overnight until he got to the point to where now he'll come to me. But it was so bad when he couldn't trust anybody, he'd go back. But he's really, made a lot of progress. I'm a musician. I play the congas. I play the flute, but I forgot to bring it. It's at home. In 1975, I lived in West Hollywood, and there was a person that was dangerous that lived in the building, and I intervened, and a disabled vet was going to be accosted by a maniac, and I wound up getting hit on the head with a hatchet that was meant for. So I survived, but it caused me to have a seizure disorder, and I eventually had 4 seizures in a row and suffered total amnesia, and I had to learn everything all over again. My doctor convinced me to go to Arizona because there's this big neurological institute there. Went to Arizona, and they suggested brain surgery, so I decided to return to Los Angeles. They even did a newspaper article about me. In spite of everything that happened, I managed to get a course from the Department of Rehabilitation for electronics to repair computers. And so I did that, and because I realized how difficult it is to get Social Security when you're in my situation, I decided to assist others and volunteer to get people Social Security claims like me, and really got into the music. And I was told for years that I couldn't have children. I met a musician, we fell in love, we got married, and we had this miracle baby, and he played trumpet, and I played congas and chords. I wasn't that. He helped me learn how to play jazz, music and chords and progressions and stuff, and so that he could play the trumpet. And so we did a lot of gigs in Monterey. I had a cat that I'd had for a long time. I lost her to a car accident, and I was very lonely in Arizona. And then I learned about Champ and how he had a cherry eye and needed this surgery. And so I took out a high interest loan and got, when I got back to Los Angeles, got the surgery for Champ. When I left Arizona, I lived with my nephew, and he had an Airbnb and a little clothing store. And I helped with his business, and of course my rent was lower than everybody else's. Unfortunately, my nephew was shot and killed right outside my window, and Champ and him were very close. And the people that took over the property, he had more than one property, they illegally evicted us, and they were very cruel people. Someone was trying to steal my van that I was going to drive from Arizona back here, and I didn't realize it. And he just finally put his mouth around my wrist and got my attention. And his behavior let me know that this person that was pretending that he was going to fix my carburetor was trying to steal the van. He's an emotional support dog. I have had traumas that most people wouldn't survive, and I survived, and the pain that I suffer is very intense. The Lord gave me Champ. I believe that Champ is a little creature of God that is like very aware of the spiritual side of me. He's incredibly into it.